Sawadee Kap, I'm JP Mestanza. Welcome to Phuket Extra, brought to you by PVCPhuket.com. New research of international school prices worldwide has ranked Phuket as the 5th cheapest place in Asia, though due to high-end schools in China, Asia has been ranked as the most expensive region in the world for international school fees for a full year. The new findings were released by the International Schools Database, which analyzes the worldwide price data from 73 cities in 50 countries. Asia is the most expensive region in the world, mostly because of the notoriously high fees in China, but other than that, the report noted that most of the Asian cities have an even spread of expensive, cheap, and middle-of-the-road international school prices. Phuket ranked as the 50th most expensive place out of 73 locations surveyed, with a minimum price of $4,558, a medium price of just over $8,500, and a maximum of just over $21,000. Bangkok, meanwhile, ranked higher as the 21st most expensive in the world, with a maximum price of over $31,000. The calculations are based on the whole price of a full term for a 6-year-old child, excluding one-off costs like enrollment fees, application fees, etc., and excludes free schools. Globally, the most expensive cities for international schools were ranked as New York City, Beijing, Shanghai, San Francisco Bay Area, and Zurich, taking the top 5 places respectively. For more, visit thephuketnews.com. The COVID-19 new normal social distancing requirements is the reason that this year's cost of holding the Phuket Provincial Administration Organization PPAO or Obojo elections on December 20th will be double what is normally required. The active PPAO chief said more polling stations will be added to reduce congestion of voters under the COVID-19 new normal measures, almost doubling the budget from about 12 to 14 million baht each time beforehand to about 26 million baht this year, mostly over equipment and hiring staff. The PPAO elections to be held throughout the country on December 20th will be the first local elections held in Thailand for 8 years since the National Council for Peace and Order, the NCPO, headed by then Army General Prayut Chan-o-cha, took control of the country in May of 2014. Anti-government protesters rallied in front of SCB Park, the headquarters of Siam Commercial Bank in Chatuchak district of Bangkok yesterday, repeating their demands for a new constitution, resignation of the premier, and reforms of the monarchy. The rally was moved from its previously scheduled location at the Crown Property Bureau in order to avoid a violent confrontation, according to protesters. The Crown Property Bureau is the agency that handles the assets and finances of the monarchy in Thailand and have a major stake in Siam Commercial Bank. Last night's rally ended at about 9:15 p.m., although reports say gunshots were heard and one gunshot victim was taken to Bangkok's Erawan Medical Center. Meanwhile, while speaking with reporters after a meeting of the U.S. ASEAN Business Council at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha repeated his comments from last week that martial law will not be invoked to quell the anti-government protests, saying that current laws were enough to handle the protesters. 12 core leaders of the protests now face charges over alleged violations of the lese majeste law, Section 112 of the Criminal Code, according to the Bangkok Post, and they've been summoned by police. Phuket Extra will be right back after this.
The Lagoon Saloon Phuket, the LSP, is Phuket Boat Lagoon's newest nighttime venue catering for all private parties. Get in touch via Facebook to discuss.
Welcome back to Phuket Extra. Plans are now in place for Thailand to allow the use of most parts of cannabis and hemp plants in food and cosmetics. The announcement was made this week by the Permanent Secretary for Health as the Narcotics Control Committee resolved on Tuesday to exclude the leaves, branches, stems, trunks, bark, fiber, and roots of cannabis and hemp from the government's narcotics list, reports the Bangkok Post. Health regulations over this new development will now be drafted by the Food and Drug Administration of Thailand before it heads to the desk of the Public Health Minister for approval, and would only take effect once published in the Royal Gazette. The permitted parts and content must come only from authorized producers, government organizations with medical and research tasks, modern and traditional medical practitioners, universities, community-based enterprises, and community co-ops. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. Patong Police Chief Colonel Aganet Tampikatsak is being promoted to the post of Deputy Commander of the Phuket Provincial Police. Colonel Aganet's transfer was listed with about 2,165 other transfers throughout the country noted in the order, which are being regarded as regular transfers among the Royal Thai Police. And here in Phuket, it's just one of many moves. The new Patong Police Chief is Colonel Sujin Ninbordi, who was the Wichit Police Chief, and that position will now be filled by the Deputy Chief of Karan Police. There are several more moves, so for the whole thing, visit thephuket.news.com. 16 new COVID-19 cases in Thailand today, all of them, once again, recent arrivals from abroad, including Kuwait, Qatar, Turkey, the UAE, Switzerland, Sweden, and the US. Raises the total for Thailand to 3,942. 96% of patients have recovered. The death toll is still 60. Thank you for watching Phuket Extra today, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. For safe, secure, and soundproof windows, visit pvcphuket.com. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there in America, and we'll be back tomorrow. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000, and luxury properties can go all the way up to $20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.